Too good. All right, folks, take your seats. Here we go. Hacking the future. How to win in the era of digital disruption. You need to know the following. Grab your notebook and write this down. This is the Cartesian plane. There are 3 types of mindsets. Say it with me. There are 3 types of mindsets. 3 types of mindsets. Let's see where you stand. There's mindset number 1, which is a linear mindset. There's mindset number 2, which is a growth mindset. It grows, even if slowly, but it grows. Good. But there's an excellent one. Excellent is this one right here, the exponential mindset. When this thing kicks in, nothing can stop it. If you have 100 here, any reference point, 100, when it doubles the first time, it goes to 200. When it doubles again the second time, 400, then 800. What does that mean, Marçal? Most of you start something, and if it's not going well, you give up. Why? Because you have a linear mindset. You think it's not going to work. Those with an exponential mindset, here's the thing. They keep going. Hey, Mrs. S. You're moving along here, but someone with a linear mindset hits a wall and says, "Oh, I found a problem. Let me call someone to tell them about it." Someone with a growth mindset says, "How do I get out of this?" But someone with an exponential mindset sees it coming. There's something called foresight. They don't call it a problem. They call it an obstacle. An obstacle? I go under it, I kick through it, I jump over it, or I go around it. With an exponential mindset, I'm certain I'll succeed even if I don't know how. Why? Because if I need to take 100 steps to get somewhere, for example, let's say we're running a 1,000-kilometer race, some of you think you can't do it, right? No, I can't. You can't? Everyone here can. It's beautiful to see people finishing an Ironman. I don't even remember how many kilometers an Ironman is. Anyone know? 225. Oh, because I'm Ultraman, and Aeroman was my past. Ultraman is 452, so I stick with that number. It's 226. 226. Got some Ironman folks here, right? 226. That's half, isn't it? Yeah, that's what happens. You're half the Ultraman. Keep that in mind. Sleep on that. What's the deal with doubling? You're starting from a point, and you need to cover a distance of 100. Let's lower it so your brain doesn't panic. You need to cover 100 km. 100 kilometer measured in steps. If you take 1 step, are you farther or closer? So what's the logic in saying you can't do something? Once you've taken the first step, you're like, it's not hard, I don't know what. Quiet first step. Oh, I can't handle it. I'm telling you, just tilt your head forward like this. Dive in, say it like this. I'm going to dive into challenges that make sense. I suggest you write this down. Live a life of challenges. Oh, I can't handle it. I'm going to keep challenging myself all the time. It's simple. If you hold on to a useless belief, you'll interrupt your progress. Say it with me. Comfort is the greatest enemy of prosperity. Comfort is the greatest enemy of prosperity. What's comfort? It's not about chairs. These chairs here seem pretty good. I like driving cars like a Rolls Royce. I love driving those machines. I own those cars. There's just one problem. That's not the comfort I'm talking about. The comfort of your home is great. The comfort of a Rolls Royce the day you get one, no, not even. The day you step into one, it'll already change your mind. In 2020, I got into one for the first time and I was like, this is insane. Now T1 is different. T1 is different. Everything I saw that exists, just knowing it exists changes you. You say, man, I need to work harder. I have 5 aircraft and I leave each one at a different airport to network more, because I don't just use them to fly around. I don't hop from one to another. There's one that doesn't make financial sense for me to keep there, but I do it for one reason: to feel poor every time I go there. There's an airport called São Paulo Catarina. One of my jets, the 02, has a bigger one parked in another city. My aircraft are in 4 different places, not 2 in the same hangar. When I get there and see the other guy's planes worth 300, 400 million reais, my plane looks like a dog on a leash. I see those guys taking off and I'm like, I'm going to prosper. You say, Marçal, you're crazy, man. Haven't you already prospered? No, you don't get it. To prosper is to keep breaking through. Comfort is a belief. It's a belief in well-being that keeps you quiet in your place. Want to hack the future? Yes or no? Yes. The secret of the world, write this down, is intention. Whoever masters tension changes everything. What's going to happen? 40% of therapies have already collapsed because of chat. Everyone doing what you're doing, ChatGPT will eat you all with crumbs. So what do? You go over, around, or under it. I'll write it here so no one gets confused. Here's the chat, right? Never in this position below. You can stay on the side learning, but the secret is to master this. The secret is to master this. Another thing you need to master, let's hack the future. Algorithm. An algorithm is an intelligence that works like this. I have a path. When it hits a problem, the algorithm either takes me here or there. The problem with AI? It's an algorithm that keeps feeding itself, getting stronger, smarter. That's why it's so dangerous. It's the same thing here. AI is an insane thing. When I told you the secret of the world is in attention, what do we need to do? We need to learn this. Traffic. Traffic in 3 dimensions. First, what's the most powerful traffic out there? Anyone know? Viral. Organic, what you mentioned, is the last. Viral. Second place, paid. Third place, what you thought was first, organic. Why? Organic, the platform to make money, like Meta does, 1 trillion in revenue just from ads. 1 trillion is insane, right? Not in reais, 1 trillion in ads. The guy talking to you now knows a little. I'm in the top 3 for the last 5 years. I think I'm in the top 3. If you look at it individually, I don't think anyone spent more than us. We've done the biggest launches in recent years. Of the 12 biggest launches in the country, 8 were ours. So, looking at this context, you'll understand what I'm saying. Viral. The problem is it's not qualifiable, but it breaks through bubbles. If the secret of the world is in attention, look at what Meta's doing. They have 10,000 programmers coding a social network to eat everyone's brain. Since the secret is in attention, I'll show you another trick. Everyone's attention, right? There are 3 devices here. There's a TV. The TV with this antenna, you'll remember. There's the TV. Before the TV, there was a radio. Before the radio, there was a newspaper. The newspaper, people bought it and threw it away. Then came the radio with an antenna. If I just change this, everything changes. Then came something called a cell phone. I'll make a little button here. Oops, cell phone. Oh, I'm behind. No more buttons on phones, right? That changed a while ago. What's the secret? Everyone trusted this news here. Where's the news today? Inside the phone. Where's the TV today? Inside the phone. Where's the radio? All inside here. So where's the secret? Here. The company with the highest market value competes with the bank, and that company holding the AI fort. What's the name of the company with the world's highest market value? NVIDIA. NVIDIA competes with the Chinese bank and Apple for the world's top attention spot. So this is a company. Someone check for me on ChatGPT, how much is Apple worth? If I'm not mistaken, it's around $2 trillion. It's like an American company is worth more than Brazil's economy. Insane, right? 3.44 trillion. Yeah, updated because you gave Apple so much attention. $3.44 trillion. Dollars or reais? My God, we're 200 million people, and Apple is worth more than our GDP. Crazy, right? Why? Say it with me. The secret of wealth is attention. The secret of wealth is attention. So let's go. We're talking about things that have been eliminated, and they're embedded here. Radio's gone, TV's gone. In Brazil, TV's been around for 70 years. I don't know if you've noticed, but the big TV icons are all dying at once. I won't say too much to avoid trouble. Did you notice or not? The TV crowd is leaving in this wave. 5 years, max. It's all over. It's reached 70 years. It's a cycle closing period. We're watching it. I won't name who's leaving to avoid issues. Everything that used to draw attention is done. What draws attention now? The phone. So let's all humbly admit, I can't control myself with the phone. I can't control myself with the phone. Did you feel defeat or joy when you said that? Defeat. Let's go. Put up the news on the LED panel. How much is OpenAI offering to pay one guy, one employee? Guess how much? 1.4 billion for one guy to work there. Let's think together. Who is this guy? An alien? The devil himself? How does someone get a 1.4 billion salary to work at a company? Someone explain. It's not a guy with a big social media following, not a guy with any movement, not an influencer, not someone bringing investments, none of that. What does the guy have? He's a human AI who understood what's behind the system. What's the biggest AI company doing? Offering a 1.4 billion salary for 6 years to solve problems. I think he turned it down, right? I'd turn it down. If I'm worth that much, why would I work for you? I'd start my own company. It doesn't make sense. What's the problem? All attention is turned to this blessing called the cell phone. And you? I'll say this kindly. Can I say it kindly or not? You're a donkey in the digital age. Donkey. Marçal, why are you offending me? I'm here on a Saturday. No, I'm not offending you. Donkey is a great animal. I'm praising you. You didn't even notice. Among all animals, the donkey carries the most load without complaining. The donkey has endurance, unlike the horse. I didn't call you a mare or a horse. A horse does 40 kilometers and wants to rest. A good horse does 50. An alien horse, 70 kilometers a day. Donkey? Put a carrot on a stick, hop on its back, load 300 kilo and it keeps going, wrecking its chassis. It doesn't care, it wants the carrot. Let me tell you, you're using what steals attention the wrong way. If I turned off this machine of ours and saved the people watching me, I'd turn it off. The problem is, if I turn it off, there are 5 million influencers in the country, 4 million of whom are utterly useless except for destroying people's minds. Then there's 1 million who aren't the top yet. Within that million, some just flash nonsense, but it's still good to show prosperity exists. Others are just scheming. These useless ones are the majority, 80%. The 20% still need some tweaking to see if they work. That's the secret. If I could go out and save everyone following me, I'd do it today. But there's a problem. It wouldn't change anyone's life if I left. But if I keep saying this, if I explain how to join the game I'm in, that's my suggestion for today. Join my game. What game, Marçal? Game. Say it. There's only one game. Repeat, stay calm. If you repeat it unenthusiastically, the talk ends in 10-15 minutes. If you stay excited, I don't care about staying here. Though I told Carol I'd be back in half an hour. I love unenthusiastic people. I deliver exactly what they're looking for. So, just a heads up, when I say goodbye, you'll say, that's why. There won't be a second warning about enthusiasm, got it? You're here on a Saturday night. William Ribeiro wrote, Marçal, thanks for the content. William, I'm grateful for you waking people up with your life, because if you just keep the content I give you, you won't change and you'll get brain obesity. All right? I'll leave my resume there. Jeanette Suarez, there's a secret in our group here. We don't accept resumes. We invest in people who either came from our education arm, we have 2.5 million students, or because of their purpose. So it's a bit different from what you're imagining. I get it. You're from the newspaper era with resumes. Someone said, unblock me, Marçal. Sit in front of me at 7 a.m. Wednesday at Oliveras Resort for the MEDP, since you're saying that. Oh, Anderson Henrique dropped one here thinking I'm Solomon to answer. Go back to the comments. Back button. My wife doesn't like you, should I leave her? Passionate, huh, brother? Anderson Henrique, here's what's happening in your life. When you asked me that, you're transferring the power to manage this woman. It's not my call, man. As a wife, she manages what God put in her heart for you, and you manage what He put in yours. Neither has absolute control. It's relative to both. I'm not her husband, so I don't have to answer that. You made a commitment to her, so you solve your issue with her. You're trying to put your problem on my lap. Here's a secret. Your wife doesn't have a problem with me. She has a problem with you. I'll prove it now. When you start getting results from what you hear from my life, my person, your wife will say, now I love him because we prospered. It was never me who prospered you. It was you who stopped being soft. It was you who stopped putting your responsibilities on others' shoulders. If she's your wife, why are you asking me this? I know you'll write now. I was joking. Don't joke with serious things. Your question doesn't make sense, got it? Your wife doesn't have a problem with me. And I'm telling you because I have experience with thousands of people who say, I didn't like you. then later. Now I love you. Here's a secret. You never had a problem with me and now you don't love me. They say, of course I love you, you changed my life. No, you changed it. But I'll prove it. Your problem is thinking you love me. You actually like the utility I'm bringing to your life. If I hadn't brought anything, how would you love me? Someone said, no, I love you. Because I saw you in debates, taking on 6 journalists at Globo. I said, so again, it's utility. You don't know me personally, you don't know my intimacy. How can you say you love me? This is so heavy that even my wife is tired of hearing it. I say, Carol, chill. I know you don't love me. She goes crazy. Truth is, we men are the last thing on earth that needs to be loved. People love kids, dogs, women, grandparents. Men, I don't know what happens. Men are just utility. Then the woman says, what a conversation. Let's test it. Your husband wakes up tomorrow and says, no more money at home. I know he will. Just listen if you love him. The thing you love most is seeing your husband take care of the kids. Yes or no? If you don't love that, something's wrong, right? It's utility. Then he says, no more dealing with the kids. Then, no more marital duties. You get it, right? I'll remove your photos here. You know when everything you expect from him stops, where's the love? Where? I just proved you don't love women. You say, I do love her. I'll take just one edit of this creature God made. Say it. Everything you said, I love her. I'll ask some questions. Silence. The husband next to you says, that's right. He's already glancing over. It's not a joke. This is real talk, my friend. There's no way. If someone's utility to you drops to 0, you can't love them. I love myself so much I want someone useful. Look what Anatella said. I love myself so much I want someone useful. But the day you discover the truth, you're not ready for it. You're not ready for it. When that phone takes over, do you think it will? Yes or no? Yes. Some say, no, it will. It already has. It's going into your head. No charger needed. The campaign for you to accept it. No charger. No one steals it. No one. And you won't need to study anymore because singularity has arrived. I see a woman doing this. I'll cry that day because I've seen it in my mind. I went there. Few people are in the future of the future. Say it. Future, future of the future. Most of you can't see the future and stay there. Few can go to the future, stay there, and see the future of the future. Here's the secret. The word in commercials will be singularity. Most fools will love that experience. They'll be the first to plug in and say, what? No need to study anymore. I'll answer like Pablo any question. Put it there. Their dream will be to get there, right? A ton of people will come. I don't think I'll be giving talks anymore. I'll have to go to the Planalto. What'll happen? People will come, talking nonsense. What kind of question is that? I'll see their intention because I ask questions to catch the heart's intention, and they reveal it without meaning to. Then I'll ask questions about their life experiences. They'll lack experience because they'll give information, not experience. You'll have to buy it, like Patricia Pimentel, the only woman to climb the 2,900-meter mountain, the highest in the Americas, with a lift. She said, do you think I can go down? I said nothing. She kept going. Up, up, up. She said, you're my mentor. Do you think I can go down? I said, Patricia, do you know how to brake? She was learning. Yes. Go, sister, live it up. There's a video on my phone, Patricia. She went, fell, rolled, laughing. We all laughed, but she has something no one else on the trip had. She went where no woman dared to step. I didn't see any women there, not from our group or anyone else. It's a place that feels so bad that the first time I went, if you knew, you wouldn't climb. We looked and said, oh, the lift ends here, we'll keep going. Nobody told us that part. When we saw that mountain and imagined what it'd be, everyone freaked out, wanted to pee, had crazy anxiety. Going down was awesome. Why? Because that experience changed your brain. When you went down, looked in the mirror, you saw yourself differently. That experience changes everything. Yes, you won't need to study in the future. But here's the secret. You won't prosper either, even with all the planet's content. You say, I don't believe that. I'll tell you why. It's not a belief, it's a fact. All the content's already available and you're not prospering. Got the code? It'll just be in your head. Instead of a click or swipe away, it'll be here. You'll be a chatbot. I'll say, 432 meters below sea level is the Dead Sea. Your brain will say, how many meters is the Dead Sea? Then, 429, he got it wrong. Your pleasure won't be teaching or doing anything. It'll be correcting others. I'm listening. Wait. You'll die first, you'll see from elsewhere. But if you're here, you'll be shocked at how interesting the generation of fools will be. They won't do anything valuable, just correct everyone. They'll just listen, saying this and that. Someone reads the Bible, they'll say, what does ChatGPT think? That's crazy. Singularity. In short, you won't prosper anyway. What makes you prosper isn't content, it's experience. Write it down. What makes you prosper isn't data, it's how you use the data. Everyone has the information, it's available. For example, Aguiari. He handles massive launches, our partner since 2014. I got into this 4 years later. Listen, why was I 4 years late? Anyone want to answer? Experience. Lack of experience, lack of an event talking about it, lack of paid traffic. If someone had thrown in paid traffic, I'd have seen it. I was going to do it here in the auditorium. There are 5 events today. I spoke at almost all of them. I was telling Antonio that in 2014 or 2013, we saw a guy spending 70,000 to 100,000 reais on paid traffic monthly. We were amazed. This guy's the most powerful on earth, my God. A guy selling jeans. We were stunned. I imagine, man, I've spent 70 million on this thing. If someone told me one day 70 million would pass through my hands in paid traffic, I wouldn't believe it. Why am I telling you this? Simple. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you'll do. You don't even know what's holding you back. Want some news or not? I know these 3 things about you without you saying a word. How? Let's go. God created us in His image to dominate, bear fruit, multiply, and subdue the earth. You don't know this. If you did, you wouldn't have those faces looking at me. Then He brought science. Colossians 2:3 says, in Christ are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. You don't know that either. When you discover this, you'll see a verse. All things are yours, you are Christ's, and Christ is God's. Then Psalm 115:16. The heavens are the Lord's heavens, but the earth He gave to His children. When you hit Revelation 3:21, to the one who overcomes, I will grant to sit with me on my throne as I overcame and sat with my Father on His throne. Revelation 2:26. To the one who overcomes, I will give authority over the nations. You're waiting for ChatGPT to tell you this, right? The information's been available for 19 centuries. You don't know, but I haven't been here for 19 centuries, man. If you're 19 hours late, you're already behind. The most powerful thing your soul needs to discover is your identity. Once you do, it's over. Second, I need to discover my purpose. Some say, the devil doesn't exist, you work for him. There's a wing in Hell Inc. where unpaid people keep saying the devil doesn't exist. You work for that company, but you don't even get paid. Why? You're desecrating your own corpse. For those who didn't get it, if you don't believe in the devil, you have a serious problem. If you don't believe in God or the Bible, you invalidate Jesus' entire sacrifice. I don't care. You're desecrating your corpse without pay because you're already eternally condemned. So what are you doing? Flogging a dead body. You're already dead in Cairo. Some say, I want to be close to Pablo. We'll be close. I'll be right there at your incineration before God's throne. I hope you realize this is nonsense. But you're saying, you're crazy talking about hacking the future. To hack the future, we need to open what? Revelation 5:3. There was a book in heaven no one in heaven, on earth, or under the earth could open. Then a bloodied man named Jesus appeared, the only one worthy to open it. You say, Marçal, I'm scared, it's Saturday night. Here's what's happening. Do you want to hack the future or just make money in the future? If it's to hack the future, stop thinking about money. Why? Because no one will buy or sell without the mark of the beast. Want money? Hack the future, friend. 2030. There'll be a reset in 2030. Saying it's 2030 requires some guessing, right? No way it goes beyond 2030 for the programmed reset. What's the reset? Tokenize all nations with mining. That's bad for the country, just so you know. It's security for the country. But when they order this globally, it'll be bad for the rich because they'll ban extraction, map it, set the value, and you'll only buy the appreciation, not the mineral. We'll turn into a mess. Dark times. We'll stop eating food the way we do, stop reproducing, stop extracting minerals. Why? Because no one will buy or sell. If you keep extracting, you stockpile wealth at home. If you keep planting and harvesting, you hold wealth because wealth is natural. Say it with me. Wealth is natural. Wealth is natural. So what'll happen in the financial order? They'll reset money so it's not 98% digital. It'll be 100%. No one will buy with paper. It'll be crazy. Money will take a reset. Why ban planting and harvesting? Because of plagues, right? My biggest concern with AI isn't killing six, it's creating viruses. They won't be able to control them. It's insane. An AI with a quantum computer is game over. Imagine an AI, Tiago, invading quantum computing, taking all the Teslas, making them crash into each other, flooring it, killing everyone. I have a Cybertruck at home. I'm already thinking of selling it. No, that's before. The AI came to speed up time. We're so weak, Mateus Ribeiro, that as God's children, we couldn't speed up time. So they use others to accelerate the scenario. We're going to take a beating because we can't reign. No way. The disruption is to speed up time. It'll unemploy everyone, right? It'll be awesome. So many people sitting on wicker chairs at their doorstep, sucking on oranges, like the old days. Who's been poor here? Think how great that was. Out of sugar? Ask Judith. Who's asked a neighbor for something? It was cool, right? Those who never asked are proud, born in a pride system. My mom was making a cake, ran out of royal powder. Please save me. Had to yell in the street to find an egg. That's it. What's the worst thing you've asked for at someone's house? Sugar with a cup, help. I asked for a tray at Grandma's. The tray's that mold for cheese bread because we didn't have one that fit the oven. Crazy. It'll go back to something like that. Until 2030, fat cow. Fat cow now. It doesn't look like a fat cow, but it is. After that, it's here. The woods, man. No, I'm not going to the woods. I'll be sitting in a chair. What woods unless it's Mato Grosso for a meeting? No, tough times are coming for the country. If there's no one with stewardship and understanding of the alpha, they'll destroy the country. God's people will step up. You think I've got the dates exact? It's rough. ChatGPT told me. It's obvious. No PT in that era. ChatGPT didn't answer me. I clearly remember, don't know the source, but the last military regime president, Figueiredo, said, "You're asking to validate this union as a political party, and you'll have to spill blood to get them out." He said it. Don't sue me, I'm not inciting violence. We're too weak as a people. We stay quiet about someone who didn't commit the crimes they're accused of, while the proven ones walk free. Anyone doubt the other's innocence? Doesn't make sense. The guy pulled the chain neatly. But if you have friends, you have everything. It's a perverse system. I like so-and-so. No, I'm talking logic, justice, not liking or hating anyone. The first day someone spoke up, we should have hit the streets like in 2014. Who was there in 2014? Raise your hand. Not everyone. That's our problem. We take everything quietly. That's why there's social compulsion. That's why we'll lose 30, 40 years of wealth in the next 3-4 years. It'll be insane. In 2014, that chaos cost us a decade and a half of prosperity. When we were recovering in 2020, the 2022 election came, and madness. Don't believe in Satan? That's why some don't. Because you see a figure like that governing, you say, Satan's worse than this. So he's Satan, the silence of the good. Let's rise. We're together. After the end. Marçal said on Karga to stay quiet now. Lula's best friend is Bolsonaro? No way, I know Bolsonaro. That's not true. If you're not joking, the reading's correct. Not friendship, but feeding the polls. One feeds the other. You're not wrong if you said that. What you need to understand is the secret's in a device, and it'll migrate. Don't put all your chips in the device, the phone. Inside the phone, what's the app you use most? Say it. No, the one you use most is WhatsApp. Raise your hand, then lower it and write. You need to automate WhatsApp. Done. Who's on social media? Raise your hand. You need to automate that network. Both ways automate with AI. Marçal, where do I go? Search the internet. No, Marçal, tell me what you use. I have a company for this, DevZap. Put DevZap on the screen for people to see. It's meta-certified and all. I suggest you automate the two things you give the most attention to so you don't have to. You can sell a lot on WhatsApp, a lot in direct messages, a lot with paid traffic using funnels, direct traffic, anything you imagine. Automate so you don't go crazy or spend more, because too many people handling it gets expensive too. It'll show up. The IP method is Wednesday and Thursday. Who's in that group? Raise your hand. Good. Who wants to do the IP? Just a survey. Raise your hand. Now lower. Who doesn't know what the IP is? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The IP method is a 2-day immersion with me on emotional intelligence, identity activation, emotional unblocking, purpose clarification, and some mental tools I install to make you go crazy for at least 40 days. Then you adjust, get elegant, noble, and prosper. Marçal, give me one reason to invest in myself. The day you have a prosperous mindset, you'll never say, "This is expensive." Want to get mad or not? Nothing's expensive. You're too cheap. Get that in your head. Say it with love. If you put love in my words, it'll never go wrong. Repeat. Nothing's expensive. Nothing's expensive. I was too cheap. Too cheap. All right, Marçal. Any other opportunity? There is. If it doesn't give ROI, it's expensive. Only 2 reasons something's expensive. You didn't see its value, meaning you're too cheap, or it doesn't give ROI. ROI is return on investment. In Portuguese, that's DevZap. Increase your revenue by automating your conversations. But it loses the human touch. You're out of touch. Adjust the AI and it'll work. For example, if you have an AI tool and someone sends you an audio, you don't listen. WhatsApp itself transcribes it. Only for a few people so far, not you. Mine's active, yours isn't. It's for 3 to 4% of the base. But you can use DevZap. I think it's free only for us. You'll have to pay. Put this cheap tool there and you'll never listen to anyone's audio again. It explains in third person. This guy sent an audio. He's talking about this in bullet points. God forbid I listen to a 2-minute podcast from others. Someone sends a 2-minute audio. I say, "What's this podcast about?" Send just the bullet points. If I have doubts, I ask, just think about it. I don't want to listen. 2 minutes? God forbid. The site is devzap.com.br. For those crying about no income, take our fashion company, Via Terra. Check that site to learn to sell and build your own store. We created something I stopped talking about. You'll go crazy if you hear my 3-minute audios. No, Vilma, I don't listen to anyone's. 0. A 30-second audio? I know you're writing a book. I send the publisher's contact. Someone said, I have 12,000. I'm your worst year student and need help to turn it into 100,000 fast. I have ideas, but they'll only work when I hit 100,000. Crazy, right? You're conditioning your ideas to 100,000. Drop that. Second, 12 to 100 is a long way. Do you know how to buy and sell? If you do, here's the thing. We created a method in our Modatech, VSE. Know what it means? We have 4 clothing brands. That conglomerate's worth hundreds of millions. VSE is our method, Jardim, sell without stock. For God's sake, just between us, I also make millions with real estate rentals. I hate saying it, but it's true. Doesn't make sense. Why pay electricity, rent, IPTU, staff, and do all that when you can do nothing but start an online store? You go to my store, pick models. This sneaker's from Via Terra, my favorite. It can be dirty, I'll wear it. It's comfortable. Why? I designed it. I said, I want the tread of this Italian brand. I want it to fit like this. I drew it and said, make it like this. It's the most comfortable thing I've worn. I have 15,000 real shoes, not more comfortable than this. Why am I saying this? Because some cry in the comments, I don't have money. So start a store, man. You don't need an accountant, a lawyer, nothing. Go, learn, study, build your store, pick what you want to sell, what you... Don't. We're at